Hey guys, how are you doing? I do hope you're all well. Right, if you're a regular to the channel, you will know that I like to sous vide cook and I almost certainly love a good curry. But the big question is, can you sous vide cook a curry? I mean like a curry in a bag. Surely? Surely not, I don't know. So today I'm going to sous vide cook a chicken tikka masala. And I'll be cooking that in my Burton sous vide machine, but if you're a fan of the Thermomix and you have the blade cover, feel free to stick it in your Thermi. It will work just as well. And just before I get started, very quickly, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, do consider clicking that subscribe button and help me edge ever closer to that magic 1,000 subscriber mark. Right, what am I waiting for? Let's get to it. Firstly, let's preheat that sous vide machine to 60 degrees Celsius. The equivalent will be coming up on your screen now in Fahrenheit. Right, grab yourself a bowl, and as you can see this is slightly stained, so I always use this bowl for my curry marinade, so if you don't want a bowl that's going to stain, just use an old one or a glass bowl. So in that I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. If you don't have kosher salt, any salt will be fine. As with all my videos, there will be a full list of ingredients on the channel description. So there's the salt, there's a heaped teaspoon of paprika and a tablespoon of curry powder. You can use any curry powder you like, tikka, whatever you prefer. Add 1 tablespoon of any sugar you like. Give it a good old mix around. Again, now I have the full list of marinade ingredients. Right, this will serve 4 people, so I'm going to use 4 chicken breasts. Just going to cut them into bite-sized chunks. One thing you don't have to worry about with sous vide cooking is drying things out, so you can really cut them as small as you like. And plonk them in your bowl. This is waiting, and I'll do the rest at super speed. Okay, let's give it a mix round. I'm using a rubber spatula. If I can try and avoid touching chicken, I will, just to reduce the risk of cross-contamination. So give it a good old mixy as I say, as best coat all them chicken pieces as best you can. And when we brown these off, that sugar will caramelise. Next, grab yourself a non-stick skillet and we'll heat that to a high heat and get this chicken browned. Right, we are hot to touch. Make sure that pan's hot enough, guys. If it's not, your chicken will boil and you won't brown it properly. So about a tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to go in with only half the chicken, so we're not going to crowd that pan, which is a no-no, because it will just make our pan go too cool as the chicken hits it. I mean, the chicken needs its own bit of little surface area to brown. So there's about half of the chicken, and we'll give them a minute and give them a flip over. That minute is up, and it's important to remember that we're not looking to cook the chicken. That's what the sous vide bath will do. We're just looking for a bit of colour. That is all. We'll give them another minute. Right, that is my second batch browned, and on to my waiting blade. Right, let's make the sauce. Okay, the base of our sauce will be, part of it will be a shallot. If you can't find a shallot onion, just use a normal white, brown onion, whatever you've got, but preferably a shallot. Right, heat is now down to medium, importantly. I'm going to add some unsalted butter. All the ingredients amounts again will be in the channel description, plus they'll be popping up on the screen as I add them. So let's just give this butter a wee melt. Keep all those juices from where we brown the chicken, and we'll go in with some grated ginger, garlic, and that diced shallot which we did a minute ago. Give all that a good coat in that nice curried butter mixture. I'm going to cook this on medium heat for about 5 minutes. Not too hot a pan, for about 3 to 5 minutes until it just starts to soften. We're going to add a nice bit of a spice mixture. The list will be on the screen now. Give that a good coating. Give everything a good old mix around, and really be careful not to burn your onions and garlic and ginger, because that'll come through your curry in the end result. Now, no one likes a burnt tasting curry. Well, I certainly don't. To that I will add a little squirt of honey, just for a bit of sweetness. 1 can splashing everywhere of chopped tomatoes. Give that a good old mix up. With that we'll add a cup of yogurt, Greek yogurt, nice plain stuff. Now it's starting to look like a curry sauce. Give that a mix up and bring to a gentle simmer. All that's left to do now is a nice twist of black pepper, a wee turn of salt. Mix that in, and it's time for the bag. Right, now time for the sauce, and I do recommend emptying the contents of your pan into a jug. It's just tidier, less chance of any mess. Here I'm using one of the pump type bags. I just find them a little bit easier, but if you could use the vacuum type if you like, or the water displacement method, there's lots of tutorials on YouTube to do that. So give this a right good thorough mix up, and we'll get it pumped, well, get the air sucked out of it and get it in that bath. Right, I've emptied the contents of the bag into a pot just to keep it warm until we serve it. So I'm going to grab some coriander, or cilantro if you want to call it that, which depending on which part of the world you live in. Just going to roughly chop this. You can over chop herbs. You can, if you keep chopping and going over and over again, you'll end up with half the flavour on the chopping board and not in your dish where you want it to be. So just roughly chop some coriander. We're going to put half of this and mix it through the curry, and then garnish the final dish with the other half. We'll stir half of that coriander again, or cilantro, through. Gives it a little bit more flavour. While you're keeping this warm, just be careful not to overboil it, because you'll start to dry your chicken out. I mean, just look at that, it looks delicious. So now we'll get it on a plate. Okay, here we are, and it looks fabulous and it smells just as good. Just going to add a little bit more of that chopped cilantro or coriander. You know what, I think this is worthy of a taste test. It's just to see if it's better than cooking it the normal way. Well, here we are, the moment of truth. And is it worth it going to all the hassle of sous vide cooking it? So let's give it the taste test, an honest taste test that is. Wow, that is absolutely delicious. The sauce is perfect, it's well seasoned. The chicken is really soft and juicy. Usually, especially chicken breast, when you cook it in a curry, it can dry out, but obviously with a sous vide in it, it's absolutely perfect. And I'm going to say I prefer this recipe to my normal go-to on the hob. So definitely, if you've got a sous vide machine or a Thermomix with a sous vide function, give this a go. I don't think you'll regret it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's very much appreciated. If you are a subscriber, be sure to click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. So for now, take care, keep safe, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.